Hello and welcome to another Grey Guitars video. We're here to talk about problems. Problems with guitars that we know and love, but luckily we have a solution to some of these problems with this guitar. This is a T-type guitar, we call it the Admiral in the Grey Guitars camp. I'm here to talk about some reasons why you should buy this one. We have a few problems with these guitars and let's think about a few of them now. Now, E strings being perilously close to fretboard edges. On those vintage guitars that can be a real problem. First finger pushing them off when playing bar chords or power chords, and the high strings plinking off when we're playing lead. This is solved in two ways. The necks on these guitars are ever so slightly wider, and this Callaham bridge has a narrow string spread, a couple of mil narrow, about 54 millimeters. That solves that. Also, the bridge has compensated saddles, so the intonation can be very accurate. I use a strobe tuner to do this, and depending on how hard you hit the string, but we know that we're between 1 and 2% of one semitone in tune, which is great. We have stainless steel frets. Now, if I have a guitar like this that I'm going to play again and again, night after night, regular frets are going to get pitted in the first few frets and cause intonation problems, flat spots when you're bending all the time. If I can relax knowing this guitar, the fretboard is going to stay, the frets I should say, are going to stay exactly as they are whilst the wood ages in all the nicest ways possible, that's the option I'm going for. These are stainless steel frets, unless you're Stevie Ray Vaughan with 13s playing every night, for 10 years. These aren't going to go anywhere. Tone controls. Now, this tone control is only for the bridge mod. So that you can get a lovely bridge, lovely neck tone on your amp, and if you want to, you can take a tiny bit of tone off with the tone control. Now also, this tone control is a no-load pot. So when it's on 10 all the way up, it's completely out of the circuit. It's not there. Your output's going straight from the volume pot, straight out. All the punch and clarity you want. As you turn it on, it engages, and it's a 250k pot with a 22 cap on there. So you get a lot of range of usable tone control. It's not like a 47 where it goes to mud really quickly. It's a smooth, gentle decline in the high end. So it really gets the best out of these pickups. Now these pickups are Lindy Fralin pickups, hand wound in the US. Best pickups, some of the best pickups available. 5% over. They're RWRP, so in the middle you get some hum cancelling, which is very useful. Also, the switch tip is a strap one, an idea I stole from Josh Smith. And also, this control plate is one of the Mark Rutter's ones, and the switch is angled upwards slightly. Another little boon. So you can definitely get a little finger between the volume pot and the switch. So, all those little semi-problems we've sorted out. The string tree is a Truss string tree. Even with staggered tuners, I still think a lot of times a string tree helps us out on the high E and B strings. And this Truss one is very slippery, so you get no binding when you're tuning. Another problem solved. Now, on to the wonderful things about this particular guitar. This body is a single piece US Swampash body. No glue lines, that's it, one piece. Very resonant, very light. This whole guitar is 7.3 pounds, so it's bang on that golden weight of a Swampash guitar. The neck is master grade, roasted Birdseye Maple. And no, roasted maple is not created equal. This stuff comes from the hills of Nova Scotia in Canada, hand farmed by a guy I've been using wood for 10 years. He's been doing it for 20 years. I only get the finest pieces given to me. And luckily, I've got a master grade neck and a master grade fingerboard. Little white dots on the side for clarity, black dots on the front for vintage accuracy. So yeah, the wood is just second to none. I think this Birdseye stuff reacts particularly well with the truss rod, which is also a spoke wheel adjuster here for ease of use. Really, variations, you can get a quarter turn and you really get a noticeable, simple difference. We've got oil and wax on the back of that neck. If you've ever seen videos of the Stones or Jeff Beck and their guitar tech, covering their necks in talcum powder, to get a playable surface that doesn't stick, lacquer surfaces, it's all gone. Really beautiful oil and wax, Monty's wax on here. Rolled edges, so to mimic being played for a long time. Like I said, Callaham bridge, Lindy Fralin pickups, Callaham knobs, the old 50s knurled ones, heavy knurled, you could probably cut your finger on those, they're gorgeous. CTS pots, CRL switch, vintage wire throughout. This neck pickup is mounted to a wooden insert inside a big void here. So if you wanted to put a humbucker in there or a P90, there's space for future-proofing, that kind of thing. Now, this has been sprayed with nitro throughout. There's no 2K base coat, there's no epoxy, poly to start off with, all nitro. I use Rustin's grain filler followed by, a high build nitro. The colour is a sky blue, Skyburst. It's almost like see-through sonic blue. Beautiful colour, beautiful shade, pretty unique I'd say. So finest woods, finest hardware, rare pieces of wood, unique colour. This is a player's guitar made by a player. That's me. I've been playing guitar since I was 12 years old. And all the things I've gone through, all the experiences I've had, guitars I've loved, I've put into these. So if you're after, a T-type guitar, a classic 50s T-type guitar, the neck profile is my soft V, by the way, so it's not particularly deep. And it has, the shoulders are rolled off for the first few frets, so playing cowboy chords is just gorgeous. Then it slims up to like a C shape for the top for the bends. Compound radius, 7.25 to 9.5, so you get the best of both the worlds there. It really is a gorgeous guitar. I cannot imagine making a nicer T type than this. So there's one only in the shop right now. If you're after one, comes with a Fender thermometer plush line case. It really is an investment, an heirloom quality guitar that you could give to the next twangy shredders of your family's generation. So thanks for listening, solving some problems, beautiful guitar, great guitars, you deserve one. Thanks very much for listening.